Karrablast and Shelmet are featuring in the next community day in Pokemon Go. And in this video, I will be going through everything this event has to offer, including the best tips to help you get the most out of the event, and some reasons why this event might be more useful than you think. So the event takes place on Sunday, February 9th between 2 PM and 5 PM local time. But what exactly does this event have to offer? So for the bonuses, Karrablast and Shelmet will be appearing much more frequently in the wild, and they will have a boosted 1 in 25 shiny rate. You will get 3 times catch XP, 2 times catch candy, 2 times chance for candy XL, lures and incense will last for 3 hours excluding daily incense, you'll get snapshot photobomb encounters with the featured Pokemon, you'll get 1 additional special trade for a maximum of 2 for the day, and all trades made will require 50% less Stardust. And as with all community days, there will be a featured legacy move, and there is actually a big quality of life improvement to this feature. So you can evolve a Karrablast to get an Escavalier that knows Razor Shell, and you can evolve a Shelmet to get an Accelgor that knows Energy Ball. And luckily now you won't have to rush to evolve these Pokemon between 2 PM and 10 PM on the day to get these moves. Instead, these moves will be available via evolution for a week after the event up until the 16th of February at 10 PM. And this is particularly helpful for these Pokemon because you will want to try and find somebody to trade with if you're going to want to evolve these Pokemon. But more on that later. There will be field research to catch Karrablast and Shelmet, and you will be rewarded with Stardust, Great Balls, and additional encounters with Karrablast or Shelmet. And if you're lucky, you might find some field research that rewards encounters with Karrablast and Shelmet that have their special dual destiny background. And there is a way you can get a guaranteed encounter with these Pokemon with the special background. So starting on the day of Community Day, you will receive a timed research that will last for a week following the event. Completing these tasks will get you an encounter with Karrablast and Shelmet with the special background, and they will also have boosted shiny rates. And if these are the same tasks as the last Community Day, they will just be asking you to catch a Pokemon each day of the week whilst this time research is active, so it's not really much of a time sink. And make sure to keep your biggest Shelmet and Karrablast for Pokestop showcases that will be available throughout the event. And if you do want some extra items for Community Day, there are some bundles available in the in-game shop. For 1350 Pokecoins you can get these items, and for 480 Pokecoins you can get these items. There will also be a bundle on the web store for $5 that will get you these, and the special research ticket that you can get from this will also be available for $2 by itself in the in-game shop, and it will get you additional encounters with Shelmet and Karrablast, a premium battle pass, a rare candy XL, and 2 encounters each with Karrablast and Shelmet with the special dual destiny background. And lastly, there will be event themed stickers available from spinning Pokestops, opening gifts, and for purchase in the in-game shop. So I will be going through how good these featured Pokemon are in Pokemon Go toward the end of the video, but first, with all of the bonuses available, how can you make the most of them? So the main one here is XP. 3 times catch XP is pretty much the best XP bonus the game offers, apart from some rare cases. But on Community Day, a 3 times catch XP is even better than it is on other events. So if you can play somewhere with a large number of Pokestops, then I would highly recommend it, because with the 3-hour lure module bonus of Community Day, it means that trainers tend to use their lure modules more often because they do have more value. This means in more densely populated areas, you often get a lot of Pokestops lured up, and this means there are a lot of extra potential spawns from all of these lures, and therefore you will be able to catch more and get more XP, Stardust, and potentially get more shinies. And so it is for this reason that I would highly recommend stocking up on as many Pokeballs as you can before the event. And if you do have limited space, then you could probably drop some potions, revives, and berries, for example, so you can free up more space for Pokeballs, because at the end of the day, this is a catching focused event. Stocking up on a lot of Pokeballs, however, could be difficult if you live in areas where there aren't a large amount of Pokestops. So for this, I would highly recommend opening the max amount of gifts that you can from your friends each day leading up to the Community Day. And to push this 3 times catch XP bonus even further, lucky eggs are well worth using. This means you will get over 6,000 XP per catch if you manage to land excellent throws, which can sometimes be tricky depending on the Pokemon you're catching, so I would try to take a little bit more time on each catch because it's worth trying to land the excellent throw if you can, because you do get a lot more XP for it. However, if you can't consistently land these excellent throws, then it is worth aiming for great throws instead of aiming for excellent throws and missing them, because you'll still get some bonus XP for the great throws. And there is a way you can potentially catch even more Pokemon during this event, and this would be to use Origin Palkia's Spatial Rend Adventure effect. So if you didn't know, this effect increases the distance at which you can interact with Pokemon on the overworld map. So this is particularly useful if you're walking through streets that are parallel to each other, because you will be able to reach some spawns from neighboring streets without necessarily having to walk through them. It also helps you reach Pokemon in places that you can't access easily by foot. And to add to that, make sure you are quick catching as much as you can, especially if you play in an area where there are a lot of spawns to get through, because you will be able to get through them quicker and move on to the next area quicker. And when catching, I do recommend having a great level or higher buddy set as your buddy Pokemon, because it will be able to assist you in catching if the Pokemon that you throw a ball at blocks it. Then it will be able to rebound the ball back to it and you'll get a second chance of catching it. It's also worth using your incense during the event because it will be lasting for 3 hours and it will help to keep the flow of the Pokemon more consistent when you're walking around, especially if you happen to pass through an area where there aren't many spawns. Also, if you use multiple incense whilst Community Day is active, it will add an extra 3 hours to your incense per incense used. So it's worth doing this if you're going to be continuing playing Pokemon Go after the event ends. And as always, you can get a bit of extra XP and Stardust from taking part in Pokestop showcases, and if you rank highly, you can get premium items like Lucky Eggs and Star Pieces that you can then use to get more XP and Stardust. But remember, it is worth trying to do showcases in more rural areas where there are less competition, so you have a higher chance of winning. And make sure to keep an eye on when the showcase ends, because often people will try to swap in Pokemon at the last minute to try and snipe the victory. Now, there is another tip that can get you a lot of XP, but it does require quite a bit of free Pokemon storage and somebody to trade with. So Karrablast and Shelmet require 200 candy to evolve. However, if you receive a Shelmet or Karrablast via a trade, the evolution cost is reduced to 0. This is very useful for a few reasons. Well, first, it means you can save 200 candy per evolution, which is a lot of candy even after you've grinded out Community Day, but it is also very useful for gaining some XP. The idea is that you get as many Karrablast or Shelmet from trades, you store them in your inventory, and then you wait for a spotlight hour that has 2 times evolution XP. Then, with a couple of lucky eggs active to last the hour, you can evolve all of these Karrablast and Shelmet with no candy cost to get 4 times XP per evolution. Doing this can really help you get a big chunk of XP and even level you up. And it is very likely that level 60 does come to Pokemon Go in the future, so even if you are at max level, getting this XP might help you out. Now, if you don't have anybody to trade with, then you will want to maximize as much candy as you can get so you can hit the 200 candy for the evolution. And luckily, there is a 2 times catch candy bonus, but you can further improve this by using Pinap Berries, and you can Mega Evolve a Pokemon that shares a type with the Pokemon you're catching to get more candy, Candy XL, and XP per catch. And as both Karrablast and Shelmet are bug types, Mega Evolving a bug type will get you more candy for both of these Pokemon when caught. So for this, you can Mega Evolve Beedrill, Pinsir, Scizor, Heracross, or you can revert Kyogre, because this Pokemon does give bonuses to water, electric, and bug types to mimic the rainy weather boost. And remember to Mega Evolve whichever of these that you have at the max Mega level so you can get more candy, XP, and chance for Candy XL per catch. Generally, what I do to get these Pokemon at the max Mega level is to tag all of the Pokemon that I want to increase the Mega level of, and then go through all of them, Mega Evolving them all one after each other, and then wait for the cooldown and Mega Evolve them all again. Even if this does waste their effects, it's definitely worth doing them unless you need them in the immediate future. It does take 30 days to get to max Mega level, and you can only get credit for the first time you Mega Evolve a Pokemon each day. And talking of the future, if you do want to eventually get to level 50 in Pokemon Go, you do have to get to level 49, and one of the requirements is to get 35 platinum medals for this. But luckily, Community Days are some of the best events to get a lot of these medals done. Firstly, with both Karrablast and Shelmet being bug types, it's a good time to get your platinum bug catcher medal done. With lures lasting for 3 hours, it's a good time to work on your platinum picnicker medals, especially if you play in populated areas, because a lot of people will be catching off of your lure modules. And remember, you will get snapshot photobomb encounters with Karrablast and Shelmet, and this will help you progress your cameraman platinum medal. And if you don't know how to get a snapshot photobomb, you just have to go to your Pokemon in your inventory or your buddy Pokemon, click the camera icon and take a picture of the Pokemon. Then on that picture that's taken, Karrablast or Shelmet will photobomb it, and when you exit and go back to the overworld map, one of them will spawn at your avatar's location. With the trading bonuses for the event and the fact that Karrablast and Shelmet can be evolved for free when traded, this is a great time to trade and work on your Platinum Gentleman and Pilot medals. And as for field research, it's always easy to do on Community Day. It's normally just catch 3 of the featured Pokemon, so it can be very helpful with getting your Pokemon Ranger Platinum medal. And generally, field research is worth doing to get hundos or shundos because of the 10-10-10 IV floor. With that said though, you can sometimes tell if a Pokemon has 100% IVs just by looking at the CP value it has. This does however depend on the hidden level of the Pokemon. But what are the 100% IV CP values for Karrablast and Shelmet that you can look out for on the day? So starting with Karrablast, you are looking for 506 from research, which is at level 15. From the wild, at the max level of 30, which is without a weather boost, you are looking for 1013 CP, and a max level with weather boost at level 35 will have 1097 CP. For Shelmet, you're looking for 357 from research, 714 for max level in the wild without weather boost, and with weather boost you're looking for 774. Other than these values I mentioned though, I would recommend checking your inventory regularly with a 4-star search to see if you picked up any hundos without realizing. It's especially worth doing this before you transfer any of the Pokemon. And the 100% IVs are what you want for raid attacking. But how good exactly are Escavalier and Accelgor as raid attackers? Well, Karrablast's evolution Escavalier is the 24th best bug type attacker and the 16th best as a shadow, and Shelmet's evolution Accelgor is the 42nd best bug type attacker and the 28th as a shadow. So where raid attacking is concerned, Escavalier comes out on top. But really, neither of these are amazing bug type attackers, but if you don't have anything better or if you're a newer player, then Escavalier could be a good option to use. And especially with the Hooper Unbound raid day coming up on the 15th, this Pokemon is double weak to bug, so a great time to be using bugs, and Escavalier will be a decent budget option for it. But you don't always want 100% IVs on your Pokemon for Go Battle League, because sometimes you want a lower attack IV so you can power up the Pokemon more, increasing its defense and HP before reaching the Battle League CP cap. This leads to a bulkier Pokemon that can take more hits and potentially land more attacks. And for Karrablast's evolution Escavalier, it is ranked 579 in the Great League with 0, 15, 13 IVs. It's ranked 290 in the Ultra League with 1, 15, 14 IVs, and in the Master League it's ranked 260. For Accelgor, it's ranked 948 in the Great League with 0, 14, 15 IVs. It's ranked 693 in the Ultra League with 0, 15, 13 IVs, and it's ranked 614 in the Master League. So generally, neither of them have much relevance for Go Battle League, and it doesn't seem like their Legacy Community Day moves will have much of an impact on their performance either. But Escavalier does see some play, and you never know in the future with move updates if it might become relevant again. And with that said, if you want to know more about what's going on in February in Pokemon Go, then I recommend checking out this video on the screen now, and I'll catch you in the next one.